Hi, we're live!
Oh, hey,
Yay!
live. Hello, Internet. How's everyone tonight? I see you out there. I hope you see us. We are Which Game First, a board game podcast, and we are streaming to you live from the East Coast of the United States. It is 8 o'clock on Monday night, and that's when we play our game. We go
Uh,
game exploring. I'm Evan. I'm joined tonight with Ed.
Hi, how everyone doing?
No Mikey, no Celeste tonight, so Ed and I are going to be doing a one-on-one, mano-a-mano, two-player,
Woo.
fight to the end, as it were. And thank you so much. Before we get into the game, it's just a quick reminder to head on over to whichgamefirst.com. That is our website in which you're going to find all of our podcast episodes for all the years that we've been doing this, hundreds upon hundreds of games that we've reviewed. It's all there for you. And if you feel so inclined, we hope you are, please become a patron of Which Game First. There's a nice button there, an easy process. And the minimum in is $3 a month. If you can do more, that's great. We appreciate it. But if three is all you can do, then hey, that's great. And you're going to get an extra podcast on top of it called
Bonus
Bonus
points! Woo!
Points, exclusive for patrons of Which Game First, a board game podcast.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, thumbs up, all the good stuff you do for us, for your other channels that you watch. Please do the same for us. And don't forget to recommend us to friends and family. That is how the word gets spread. Tonight, the game is called what? Naishi, right?
Naishi, yeah, something like that.
Yes, Naishi. So if I mispronounced it, please forgive me. And Ed, you found this game. Tell us what it's all about. And hello, Token Fan.
Hello, Token Fan. Yeah, I mean, it was just prominent in the news of today on the Board Game Arena. And it's a two-player game where we're set in feudal Japan. And apparently, Naishi, how it's pronounced, is a woman who served in the imperial court. That's where the word comes from. It had like many functions. That's the background behind the name. But we're trying to develop our province. And our province is going to consist of 10 cards, 5 cards that are face up in front of us. That forms our line. Each person has a line in their territory. That's the one that closest to the opponent, and then their hand, which is behind them, and those 10 cards are their province. Now, the sneaky thing is about your hand is hidden, but the position matters. So you can almost might think of it like a face-down hand behind the line. That's the way Board Game Arena presents it. Okay. And then there's a middle row called the river, where we'll be drawing new cards from to replace cards that are either in our line or in our hand.
Okay.
Yep. And then another thing we got is, as a resource, are 2 emissaries. Little tokens on the side over here. And we can use those emissaries to take some special actions or bonus actions. Everybody likes bonus actions. So what can you do on your turn? I'm glad you asked, Evan. Well,
yes.
Yeah. You can.
Turn?
You're gonna have one of the following actions on your turn. You're gonna either develop your territory. This is the main one you're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Or you can impose an imperial decree. I'll get to that later. That's like a special one-time event that only one person gets to do. No. Or you can recall your emissaries. Recalling your emissaries is basically getting these 2 little tokens back. But I'll explain what those are useful as you go. Or, as an action, you can declare the end of the game. So that's pretty much how the game ends, is when one of these piles in the center has emptied out, a player can just say, the game is over. And the other player gets one last turn, and that's it.
Or so 5 stacks in the river. Once it's all done, one of us can
one
say
of those stacks
over.
Is empty. Somebody can say the game is over, man, over. Or
over, man.
If 2 of these stacks are empty, and we both have taken the same number of turns, the game is also over. So let's go a little bit, dive in a little bit more detail on what these actions are. So developing your territory. That's pretty much the main thing you're going to be doing. And what you're going to do there is you're going to discard 1 card from your line or your hand. And your hand will have 5 cards in the back too. We haven't finished the setup yet. So, no, at the beginning of this game, we have 2 cards that are in our hand, and Evan has 2 cards also. Or we have to give our opponent one of those 2 cards.
Oh.
And then we're going to take 3 more mountains, shuffle it up, and that's going to become our hand.
Okay.
And then, so you develop a territory is taking one of the cards that are on the river and putting it either in your line or your hand in the same position that it shows on the river.
Oh, yeah.
So you discard one of those cards, and then you replace the card in the same row, or column, I should say. Same column.
Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. We will be keeping our cards in the columns.
Yep.
Mainly.
Now, there's a way you can manipulate that. Using one of your emissaries, either before or after you develop, you can swap the position of 2 cards on a river, swap the position of 2 cards on the line, swap the position of 2 cards in your hand, or swap the position of a card that's on your line with your hand in the same column. And that'll use up one of your 2 emissaries.
Okay.
And if you use up both of them, it's a whole action. You can get your emissaries back, so you can do those bonus actions again. And now that last special action over here called the Imperial Decree, you can use one of your emissaries to take a decree, and that allows you to exchange a card with your opponent with the same position and area. So you basically, the opponent gives up a card, and you have to give up the card in the same position.
Okay.
And that's it. That emissary becomes locked for the rest of the game. Your opponent can't take that same action, and you only have 1 emissary for the rest of the game.
Oh.
But it is the one way you can now acquire a card from your opponent.
Yeah. So if you really, oh boy. All right, Ed, promise me you won't do that. Great.
I won't no promises, but hey, probably not on the first turn, probably.
Ah, thank you. That makes me slightly less nervous.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think Evan's the first player, so we both have to choose our card that we're going to give an opponent. I don't know which one of these I want to give you, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know which one of these I want to give you either.
Yeah.
What if...
You want to tell me what card you got, and then I can decide which one I want to give you?
All right, I will. I don't know. It's I think
I'm going to give you this one.
How do you know? Unless you know the game. How do you know? But this is what game exploring is all about.
Yeah.
Taking chances.
If you hover over the card, it kind of tells you how it scores points.
Right.
So I'm going to give this card to my opponent.
All right. And I'm not allowed to see what card you gave me.
And then our hand just got shuffled up, and now we can see what's in our hand, but I can't see what's in Evan's hand. So,
I can see your line. I cannot see your hand.
Correct. And you'll notice it was mostly mountains, which are kind of like a bad card for the most part. Mountains say, if they have just one mountain, and right now we got a whole bunch, 8? We got 8 mountains, and they have only one mountain in your territory, which is both of those. At the end of the game, you get 5 points. Otherwise, if you have 2 or more of them, it's minus 5 points.
Right.
So that's not for each. That's just all. No.
Okay, so it wants me now. It says you must discard a card to develop, or send an emissary. Well, I'm not going to send an emissary. I guess I'm going to develop. That would probably be the smart thing to do. So it looks like it's allowing me to take something from either my line or my hand, and and as long I can swap it out in the same column, right? So I got to choose, and it's only one card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that one. All right. I guess I'll do this one. I'm going to discard this card from the river to get the same position. Okay, I'll confirm that and take that, and then I can send an emissary or pass. I'm going to end my turn. There I am. So my position 2 card on my line is now in place with my advisor.
Okay. Let's see what these guys say over here.
And an advisor in position 2 is worth 4 points. Ooh. So Ed already knows I have a 4-point card on my line.
Hmm.
What else do I have?
That's kind of an interesting thing. But I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna actually use an emissary. Um, let's see. I think this one. Let's swap 2 cards.
Well, you went.
And
Way
now
fast.
I'm gonna develop this card.
That's right, because you can swap either before or after
Right.
you burn your card. All right, Ed, I'm going to recommend you stop burning your mountains, okay?
All right.
I hope you found that tip helpful.
Uh-huh.
Ah, my enemy falling for my plans. My
Well, I mean, you
sinister
got rid of
plans.
a mountain too, so I mean that happens. You know.
Oh, so you're like mimicking my strategy. And that's the highest form of a compliment as far as I can tell. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So we have a here's a rice field. It's gonna take a little while for us to kind of read some of these cards because every
A
card
little
has a
bit,
bit of
yeah.
a
Every card's a little bit different, but if you hover over it, it kind of gives you like that rice field. You know, if you have 2 of them, it's worth 10 points. You have 3 of them, it's worth 20. If you have 4 or more, it's worth 30.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty big. So
That is pretty good. I mean, it seems like to me I would kind of want to take that rice field.
what?
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's not the end of the world, I guess. Hey, Ed. Question: You played an emissary. How do you get your emissary back?
You have to take an action to recall your emissaries. Now, I probably won't do it now because I still have one. But if you have both of your
Right.
emissaries out, you can take an action. It uses up your whole turn basically to get your 2 emissaries back.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, resets the whole thing. All right. I'm gonna end. I'm gonna hold on to my emissary for now.
Okay.
I'm feeling okay.
Okay. So let me see. What did these guys do?
Well, tell me about these guys. Which one are you?
I'm looking at the
Is it
Sentinels. I'm wondering
running?
about what the Sentinels do.
Let's read about the Sentinels. That would be
Um.
the cards on the river in positions 2 and 3 right now.
Yeah.
If this card is not adjacent to another Sentinel card, it's worth 3 points.
All right. All
So
right.
you don't want to cluster these things together. But
Mm-hmm.
also, it will score 4 points if it's adjacent to a fort.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm also I'm realizing that the character cards are rectangles in
Yep.
their upper right corner, and the territories are hexagons.
Right. Yeah. They're. Yep.
So
And
I
that's what they're
imagine
kind of
they're
saying. Now Rowan said for score dependent different number of cards with rectangle or hexagonal frames you own.
there. It is. The
So
Ronin cares
so
about that.
has many. They want awards you for having a lot of different types of cards. That's interesting.
Yes. Oh, but you have to have at
At
least
least 8 different ones. So you have to have a lot of variety.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a
That,
heck of a
that's
strategy to
that's an
try to go
interesting
after.
concept, but I don't know if I have that yet. But I think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do this. I think I'm gonna develop that.
Okay.
Um,
Position 2, column 2,
and then I think I'm just gonna
emissary.
end turn. I think at this point, yeah.
Ed, tell me what card you have in position 2 in your hand right now, please.
Position 2.
Yeah, in your hand.
The card I just took. I think.
Which was what? You took. Oh, I think. Tell me. Yeah,
Yeah.
you took the Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. And you burned a mountain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, seeing as how that rice. So right now, okay, I want that other rice field. But here's the thing. In the position in my hand in the 4th column is an actual card. It's not a mountain. So this
Mm-hmm.
would probably be a good time to use an emissary so I could switch the position of the rice field in the river
Mm-hmm.
to line up with one of my mountain cards, right?
Or,
So I can,
or switch up your hand, whatever. Because remember, yeah, you can swap cards on the river. I think. Let me see. Yeah, you can swap cards from the river. Yep.
so I'm going to do that. I'm playing an emissary so I can move this rice field and move it over. Oh, I don't know. I guess what how about, I don't know, And it can be anywhere on the river, right?
It could be, I guess.
Well, I definitely want it adjacent to the other rice field, that's for certain. So I'm going to put it here in the center. Confirm that swap. And now I'm going to take my third position line card, which is a crummy mountain, and grab the rice field. And that was my turn. Hope I described it fairly enough.
Huh. That's interesting.
Oh, it was interesting. Notice we are not accumulating points yet, or at least our opponents don't know whatever each other's score is. We'd have to kind of look at our own situation and come up with our own score.
Own answers for this stuff. Yeah, interesting.
At
So
the end of the game, a nice score card will appear with all the different types. There's like 10 different ways to score or something. All right, what will Ed do at this point?
I'm not positive what I'm gonna do, but
I wonder if he's gonna use his Sentinel now.
You know what? I'm gonna
starts.
try something. I think I'm gonna use an emissary.
An emissary. Sorry, yes, I said Sentinel.
And I'm gonna swap 2 cards around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, you can swap them either on the river, on your line, or your hand. Can
Yep.
You swap them on the line? Yeah.
I'm gonna do it on the river, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab that.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. I know all about those fort cards. Yep. All right, I'm definitely not retrieving tokens, so because I only have one up there. Now those spaces, the swap spaces, are occupied. So for the moment, I don't have an option to swap, even if I wanted, right? Because there would be no place to put my emissary to make a swap.
It might be that might be the thing, yeah.
I would have to either do a decree and burn my guy right now for the rest of the game, or the only other thing I could do is with my emissary at the moment would be to discard, and that would take 2 cards out of the river.
Right.
Which which also is a way to kind of help force the end of the game in a sense, right?
It is a way to move the end of the game around. I would say. You know, burn through some of the cards. I don't think there's any way to go dumpster diving, as it were.
Right. I don't think I want this particular card that's in my hand right now. Unless I'm gonna try to get. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! I'm looking at something in my hand. Hey, Rach. I'm gonna be about 15-20 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay. So I am going to. Do I want that advisor? Each advisor in positions. Right. It's all about positions with the advisors. The Ronin. I have 8 different cards. I don't know. That seems hard. And the Sentinel. Ed already took the fort. I don't have great options here, Not great. I still want to burn these mountain cards. I am detesting these mountain cards, 2 cards. You got to get rid of the mountains. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay. Well, here I go. I am going to do that. From my hand, I'm taking the Sentinel. I mean, the advisor. And, what? Do I want to discard a couple river cards now? No. I will end my turn and give it to Ed. Thank you for your patience.
Alright. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's try something. I'm gonna, I think I'm simply gonna just, go ahead and...
Ed has a simple move. Straight up, swap up. Go. Oh, this is interesting. You know what this reminds me of, Ed, a little bit?
What's that?
Sushi Go.
Ooh.
In a way.
Okay.
Right? Because we're set collecting. We're trying to get, I mean, not so much the positioning in Sushi Go. Sushi Go is pretty much strictly a set collection.
Right. It is definitely a tableau building, tableau building set collection, yeah.
It has that aspect to it. Because like in Sushi Go, you can either, you need to, the more you get of a kind of card, obviously, tends to be better. And the same pattern is sort of developing here from what I'm seeing. Just an observation as I'm exploring my new game. Okay.
Ah.
Ed, I want you to retrieve your tokens next turn. Could you do that for me, please?
I may actually do that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It's just for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it just for me. Thank you.
Let's see.
Oh, I definitely have to do that. Oh, what's this? A new card, a banner. What was the banner? Count the number of banners. All right, I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to hold on to my emissary for the moment.
Hmm. Well, that's an interesting problem.
Interesting problems require interesting solutions,
They do.
such as retrieving your emissaries
Uh-huh. And but
and hope for the best. Hope
you know,
that I don't
I don't know that
screw
I
up your
want you to
world.
be able to just automatically have 3 of those rice fields.
Ed,
Oh, they have to be
Ed.
adjacent, which means you would have to but still.
You
Um
you need to pay more attention to what's in your hand as opposed to what's on my line. That there is good advice for my opponent. If you haven't noticed yet from watching enough of these videos,
All
I
right,
try
all
to
right, all right, all right. Yeah,
employ
let's try.
reverse psychology.
I still have an action to do that's still useful to me that isn't necessarily robbing your
Whee!
point, and I don't. It's not necessarily straight easy for you to get that at the moment. So
Ah.
maybe just I'll go ahead and uh grab a card and hope for the
Uh-huh.
best here.
Oh, was that what you wanted? Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe it's
Um,
somehow useful. So.
huh. Should I do something unconventional?
Oh.
I don't know. Would an unconventional thing work at this point? How about I do this? All right, I'm going to get rid of some of these cards because they're kind of clogging up the universe here. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to get rid of this one and this one. Actually, nope, getting rid of that one and that one because that will give me better chances to hopefully reveal some better cards for myself. I'm
It's
getting
true.
rid of the river cards on the 3rd and 5th position, by the way. Little
All right.
drama here. I'm telling you what's about to happen, and then I'm going to do the reveal.
All right.
Watch the river, 3rd position river and 5th position river. They are about to
They're about to
go
change
bye
on me.
bye.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Yes, rice field. Bang.
Oh.
And my strategy paid off. Of course it did.
Okay. That is
That
that.
was a good call on my
That
part.
that was uh.
Ed could not prevent me from getting my 3rd rice field. He's gonna have to prevent me from getting the 4th rice field, though, probably.
Okay. No, I could not. That was well played, my friend. Well
Thank
played.
you. Luck was on my side. Now, if this was Mikey, he would have gotten 2 jokers or something,
All right.
right? There's some garbage he didn't
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I'm gonna try retrieving my tokens just to have some more options.
Yes, I'm considering the same. Um, huh. Or I could just secure that 4th rice field right now. Might as well. I mean, wouldn't that be the smart move? Probably.
Ooh, you got rid of that? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see what we got here.
don't end the game.
Okay, so let's go ahead and use one of my emissaries, I think.
Yep, you have all your options
And I
at
got them
your
all,
disposal.
so I might as well use them. They're free actions, as it were.
They are. They are.
And I'll swap this with that. Confirm the swap, and then
Swippity swap. Which one you taking?
and I'll take that one.
You took the fart. Oh, I see. Of course, in positions what 1 and 5. You want them in
Yep.
columns 1 and 5, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. You're going for that. All right. You're building up your stuff there. All right. Got to retrieve my tokens. That has to be my action. And Ed's gonna go to again.
Let's see.
He's gonna pagoda.
Now, let's see. Really pleased with any of these things. You know,
Choose one.
I know Evan got a lot of points from those fields back there. So I'm going to try something.
No, don't, Ed. Ed, we spoke at the beginning of the game.
I said I wouldn't do it on the first turn.
Yes, I know. But I thought you meant the first turn in which you were going to intend to use it. That's what I thought you meant. You! Urgh. You're going to take one of my cards. This is terrible. Hello, Graybeard. Welcome aboard.
Let me try that again. I think I want to make sure I do this right. So let's see. Try that again. That.
Oh,
Do
boy.
this one.
Graybeard.
Oh
watching
yeah.
you.
Okay. Okay. That's how it works. Yep.
You understand now?
Yeah.
Ed, you're terrible.
I am.
Terrible.
I am terrible. That
Ed.
That was bad. I know. I'm sorry. Kind of sorry, but yeah.
Son of a gun. Now, because I only see one spot for decree, so is
That's
that
it. That's it. That ties up my MSA for the rest of the game, and that's it.
Yeah, but I can't use the decree, right?
No, you can't use that spot. Nope.
So that's the man. So it's
one
like
time for the whole game only. Yep.
Right, which is coming to an end pretty soon. Oh,
yeah, it is.
boy.
I think so. I think it's coming to an end soon.
All right. Well, I have to do my swap-a-do in order to make this thing work again. Oh, Ed.
I know. I did it bad.
You will not sleep tonight. The guilt will keep you up, and you'll be like, "Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm so sorry." And I'll be asleep. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do this. We're definitely swapping. I'm gonna swap this and this. Those have to move. Confirm that swap. All right, and now I get to make my actual. All right, Graybeard has a question. I'm curious if that move will pay off. Ooh, it seemed like a scary spot to go to. I imagine you're talking about the emissary. No, I'm sorry, the decree that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because now unless you start moving stuff around, right? So, and chances are you're only using the rice field as a block for me.
Right.
You're not
it's
building
not
your own
scoring
rice
me
field.
any points per se.
Right. So,
but
am I scoring fewer points because Ed took the rice field would be the question. That's the calculation. Yeah, that's the risk.
Yeah.
But if Ed has been paying attention, he should know exactly how many rice fields I have on both.
Right. Or at least as many. He might have had even more if he thought it was one.
Exactly. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it does. So.
Good question. Good point.
So we're gonna see.
Additional score. Okay, I don't have any warts. I mean, see, but the thing, you also slammed me with a mountain here, which was not nice. Really not nice of you.
That was slightly. That was. I think it kind of paid off, but we'll see.
Each
I think Evan still, of course, had the opportunity because I had to give up one of my momentum to do it as well. So.
Oh boy. All right. Well, this isn't my favorite move, but I kind of have to do it because I got to get rid of these mountains. They're killing me here. So, meh, very meh move on my part. But what am I gonna do?
Okay, so
Let's see. So we got some different cards popping up here. There's a lot of. Here's a ninja. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Game. You choose a character of your game to copy. Oh, interesting. Ooh. Oh, a character, not a field. Darn it.
All right, I'm gonna. Oddly enough, I think I'm just gonna retrieve a token right now, even though it's only one token.
Yeah, well.
I think it'll give me an option I'd like to have.
Yep, and I think our listener, Tolkien fan forever, agrees with that. Even though it's not Tolkien, it's Tolkien. You know, the Lord of the Rings. It was a very weak pun. You must discard a card to develop an emissary. All right. Oh, Ed took the decree position. Such a shame. All right. Well, I think it paid off for me last time. I could burn 2 cards on the river and see if another rice field comes up. That wouldn't be terrible. Because they're technically, from what I know in my hand and my line, they're in pretty good positions for me. So I don't think that's a bad move. So I'm going to use my emissary right now to discard. And I'm going to take once again, the 3rd and 5th position on the river are about to go. So say goodbye to the monk.
Okay.
And say goodbye to the horseman.
The
They're about
horseman,
to
yep.
go in 3, 2, 1. Gone. Rice field. Ah! Oh, ninja. But it's a character, not a field, so I can't use that.
Okay.
Oh, that's crumbs. But I do already. I have a Tory one, which is -5 points right now. If I grab that other Tory card, I could get it down to 0. And do I have a Tory card somewhere in my hand? I might. I very well might. You never know.
Never know, indeed.
But there is a third Tory card. There is a third Tory card right out there on that river.
There is.
Is Ed gonna allow me to grab 3 Tory cards unabated?
That
would be the question.
Yeah, I might. And I don't know if I want to take it for -5 points. So, but there is a card I think might be more useful to me than a rice field based on the way this is going.
Are you taking a ninja?
So I think I'm going to take that ninja because I think I can put that ninja to use.
All right. As you can see, the position 3 in the river is down to the last card. So we're
in position 5 too. Both the positions
right,
that
5.
Both positions that you have burnt down a bit.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I have no. I currently out of what? My emissaries. So I can grab my emissaries back. Well, as it said, Ed must choose an action. Ed, still your turn? Oh yeah, because that was only your.
Oh, I have to end my turn. I'm sorry. I Sparhawk there. Yeah.
Sparhawk. There I am. So I could either retrieve my tokens. Do I want to do that? Which might not be a bad thing to do, especially if we really are approaching the end of the game. It'd be bad to maybe not have tokens, because if Ed chooses at some point to end this game, I will get a last chance.
You get last lick.
Well,
you're the first player. You're the first player. Oh yeah, but if I do end the game, you get another turn, no matter what.
Right.
I think.
Right. That's my understanding.
But if there's 2 empty piles, empty piles, then I think it's the end of the game, as long as we have the same number of turns.
Right. Huh. All right, I'm retrieving my tokens. It's my turn. Gotta have them. I can't not have them at the end of the game in case Ed decides to put an end to this whole entire conflict.
Alright, so I think the last thing for me to try to do is I'm gonna use my emissary to try to discard some cards on the river.
Yeah, I figured you might.
So I might as well get rid of that one, and I might as well get rid of.
Which ones?
No, so the second position I'm gonna get rid of. And then I think I'm also gonna get rid of.
Tori's going.
I don't think that's it. I'm gonna get rid of the middle one as well, I think.
And say goodbye to the monk.
Yep, and then discard that.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Let's see. And now I will develop that one, I think.
Okay. Okay, now it's my turn. It's offering me the option. It says I can discard a card to develop or send an emissary, and then there's a blue button next to it that says declare end.
Yep. You can declare the end of the game now.
I could, but would that be my action?
I think it would be. I think
it is. Yeah, I think it is my action, and you would get one more action. So I think you've just set yourself up for something that you want, right?
I think so.
No, you just discarded. Well, you discarded. Let me go back and look at your turn. You used the emissary to discard, right? And then you got rid of a mountain from your line at position 2 and took an advisor. So you're collecting more advisors. There's no more advisors on the river. So I have a feeling you're interested in kind of ending the game, but let's see if there's anything I can do to enhance my position here, which I'm not really sure I can. Eesh. How many different cards? One. No, I don't have enough for that. Can't do that really. Huh. Well, now if I have one mountain, it says here one card for mountain cards in the final scoring between my line and my hand, my 10 cards. If I have one mountain, I will gain 5 points.
Yes. If you have only one mountain, you will gain 5 points. So
All right,
the
so
card will be worth 5 points. If you have 2 or more mountains, then minus 5 points.
I see. All right, so I do have so there is an advantage for me to do some swapping here.
All right. Some swapping going on.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I see. I wanted to get the fifth position card, the Naishi, to the middle, but you can't swap on an empty space. You have to be. It has to be a real swap.
Aha.
You can't just move one card. Learn that now. This is why we explore the games.
Yep.
So I gotta cancel that. That's not gonna work. Towers don't do much for me. The fort. Is the fort gonna do anything for me? The sentinel. Okay. I lose 4 points. I gain 4 points. That's a lateral move. Ninja does nothing for me. I'll declare the end. There's nothing there I can do to enhance my score, really. I think my line in my
My last turn. I think there's nothing better I can do either, so I'm just gonna retrieve my tokens and that'll be my last action because I think this is as good as I can make my terrain at the moment.
Okay, let's line it up now.
Let's
see how we did.
Look like we both scored some good points there.
Where's the scorecard? Is it?
I gotta choose a card for my ninja to copy.
Oh right, yes.
I think. How do I do that?
You're gonna make your ninja an advisor, right?
No, I'm actually gonna make it a Naishi.
A Naishi, it's worth more points as a Naishi?
Well, 12 points just for being in that position in the front.
Yeah, 12 on the front. That's what I tried to do. I tried to take the Naishi from the 5th position in the river to go to the 3rd so I can put it in my line.
So let's see.
There we go. It's adding it up. Ooh, Ed's got some massive points.
Yeah,
here.
But now your points will be coming up now, too. Ooh, there they are. Woo, look at that.
Short. Came up short. You had a nice selection there. You see why I said this is a little bit like Sushi Go? How the scoring worked out?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that a bit. Obviously not entirely.
So you only had one, so you did have the extra field back there, so I didn't really hurt you. Because you ended up having 3 fields anyway. Although you had 4 fields. You had 4 fields that would have been another 10 points.
What wound up happening is I had to burn an extra turn to move things and retrieve I had to used up a move which I could have invested in
something else. Okay, so that
perhaps
I might have cost you 10 points there.
Probably. So therefore,
you would have been at 72.
Yep.
But not. Roughly maybe.
So had you not cheated and used the decree, it would have been 75 to 72, a much more respectable finish.
Yeah, still. So I ended up giving, like I said, that ninja ended up being very good for me.
It was.
Because he scored me basically, I want to say 16 points.
Yeah, look at that.
Because of the advisor I took gets +4 for being next to him.
I wasn't able to really come up with a good synergy there. You know, the thing about the when you're going for fields and things, it takes up. You know, obviously you have limited space, so you have to consider that as well. And imagine somewhere somebody's already done some kind of flowchart algorithm, you know, min-maxing the point potentials and the correct skills. You know, the correct couple of strategies you probably should be going for to master this game.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting as we review it in an upcoming episode of Which Game First. And you can go and see us at whichgamefirst.com. Don't forget to download all of our episodes, please. We make them all available to everyone for free.
Yeah.
And through all your podcast catching devices.
Yeah, Evan, I think the move you might have wanted to do is that all the outposts is just not worth points there. That's why. That's tricky. I was gonna say you wanted that outpost to be next to your sentry to get some points. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
tough.
yeah. Is it old? Yeah, I would have. And if you got to think about mountains. You got. There's a lot, tons
A
to
lot
think
of little
about.
things to think about. Yeah.
No shortage of options when approaching this game. So yeah, again, that'll be part of the review coming up. But we're gonna see you next Monday. We're gonna do another game. Oh, and for those who are patrons, if you're not, please become a patron. $3 a month, or if you can do a little more, great. Next Monday, we will have our next episode of Bonus Points, which is our exclusive podcast for patrons. We're gonna record it at 7 o'clock next week, right before we play the 8 o'clock game, and we join you. We invite you to please come onto our Discord. We do it live for you. You can hear it happen in progress.
Hey, thank you.
Otherwise, until next week, take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.